Segment that is Celebrity Chart. My name is Brian Aseli. Hashtag KTN Morning Express is what you need to use. My guest is all the way from South Africa. He is a musical genius. Why I'm calling him that is because he's known to create some of the biggest songs that come from down south to the rest of the world. And I'm super excited to host him. He is a producer and he's now getting into the scene as a performer. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the one, the only San L musician. Good morning.
Yo, what's up, guys?
I'm very fine. I'd like you to just do a proper intro because I often do my intros, but how do you introduce yourself?
Oh man, that's very hard for me. I'm not a word constructor. I'm a music maker, but son of a musician is a DJ, music producer, singer sometimes, songwriter, my record label owner of L World. Yeah, basically that could.
Nice. It's such an honor to be the first show in Kenya to host you. And I'm just super excited. I've been consuming your music for a long time. And just last week, your friend was here. Yes. Something Soweto's in Kenya. When are you coming to Kenya, by the way? Are you planning?
Man, anytime. I'm happy to be there. You know, it's so beautiful when I'm there because even the ladies at the airport or the guys, it's like everyone recognizes me, which is so beautiful. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're a jack of so many trades. I'd like to know how you juggle in between being a producer, a DJ, a label owner, and now a performer. So just talk to us about it.
Yeah, man. You know, it really goes to why I called myself musician instead of just being DJ, Sanel, or whatever. So musician was just to cover everything, being a DJ, being a singer, songwriter, producer, and everything. So it's not an easy thing though to do, you know, especially business requires a different type of heart. There's no patience when it comes to business, but with art, you have to be very patient with it. You know, whenever you're working on a song, you have to juggle between knowing when the song is going to be out and why is it supposed to be out at that particular time. So as a creative, you could be stuck with the song for the longest of time. But then when it comes to business, because business will tell you on the 17th of September, the song needs to be out. So you need to just find that balance, basically. So it's something that you just work on, you know, it's just through experience and just years and understanding. I think it's better if you understand your business more than your art, and then, but you do understand your art as well. You know, it's such a confusing thing, but it's just basically a balance of just the two, so yeah.
From South Africa, I think music is one of the biggest exports apart from things like gold and minerals. But just talk to us about what music means to you as a musician, because it means different things to different people. But what is music to you?
Man, music is everything to me. Music saved me, you know. I went to college. You know how it is with just any African kid, you know. We usually sometimes go to college because we want to please our parents and before we pursue whatever we want to do, you know. But then when I got to college, I got exposed to parties. I saw DJ Dira playing. I was very young at that time. I was on my first year, you know, and then I just started working on, when I saw that and how I felt when he was DJing, I said, I love this feeling. This is how I want to live. I want this thing. I don't know. I couldn't describe it at the time, you know. But he was a DJ at that time, so I just went back home, dropped out, you know, which is something I don't advise a lot. But then I found my love right there and then. I was like, okay, this is it. This is what I want to do. I went back home to make just beats and stuff. You know, it's music that's just always been around me. I only realized that as I grow older. My dad used to play a lot of American soul and local folk. My records, my sister brought in Guaido, you know, and then it's been there. And then, you know, I think just losing your parents sometimes and everybody around you. You know, music has always just been the thing that I just go to just to find healing. And then this is how I made all this music, because I was in a dark place. So I wanted to heal through music. So I started making these type of songs, and I'm so surprised and very happy that people are actually finding healing from these songs. Yeah, responding, and then just writing like, oh, so this song healed me, which is something that I've always wanted to do, just to uplift people if they're in a dark space. So yeah.
It's actually such an honor to hear your voice, because in your music it's mostly you and other collaborators. So I was like checking out your Instagram, trying to get your voice, you know, like your speaking voice. So I got a chance to just hear you speak during the virtual experience yesterday, which we are just about to talk about. But then just talk to us about your new album, It's To The World and Beyond. You say you're not good with words, but your previous album was Africa to the World, and now it's more like a continued when you say To The World and Beyond. Just talk to us about your previous album and how does it link on to the new album?
Well, yeah, it's, you know, it's true, I'm not good with words, you know. I'm a very private person, you know. This is why you never see me on Instagram, as you just mentioned, showing you my lifestyle, you know. It's not an easy thing for me to just do interviews like this. But then again, no one will be able to explain it, I would say, better than I can. But what I did was really, Africa to the World was, it really fulfilled what I wanted it to do, you know. I got to a gig in Kenya, which is something that I didn't think I was going to come to Kenya, but I wanted to gig in Africa before I go to Europe or anywhere else. That was like my main aim. Even hence the title was like Africa to the World, and I was telling mostly South African stories to the rest of Africa. But now getting to gig into other countries, I got to collaborate with those artists, some of those artists in those particular countries. So now I'm telling African stories to the rest of the world. So that's basically what I'm doing on the second disc, but it's a little bit longer. It's a double disc.
31 tracks,
songs.
man.
There are 31 songs.
Congratulations, man. You're throwing
Thank
a Chris Brown. You're throwing a Chris Brown on us, because he's the only artist who I know dropped like a double disc. And in Africa, I haven't seen so many people do that. I only see people drop an album that's 12 tracks, but you're doing 31 tracks. Why 31 tracks? 26 collaborations. Talk to us about that.
Yes. Yeah, it's an amazing, and I was working throughout the pandemic, you know, which is very hard to achieve, you know. But main aim of just having the sound of 31 songs is just to put emphasis on the sound, because I feel like it's the record label and myself who are only doing this type of sound. But I'm a piano as well, because there's so many artists, different artists, doing singles. That's what they do mostly on piano. You'll never be able to track who's who, but the sound is always just there roaming, you know. So I just took that same model. I was like, okay, what if I made more songs on the particular sound, you know, on this sound that I'm trying to put out there. So this is why I have all these songs. But plus, I have so many people who want to work with me. Some of them didn't even make it. You know, I hope they don't hate me.
It's hard. It's hard to choose. But our very own Sauti Soul featured in one of the songs. It's called Fire. That you dropped. You just dropped the song, man. Just talk to us about working with Sauti Soul right before I give them a taste of the chorus, because I want people to get to buy that song as much as they can. So just talk to us about your experience with Sauti Soul.
No, those guys are insane, you know. They were in town, so they called me. But we didn't do much when they called me into the studio, because I think they just wanted us to jam, you know. But I took the recordings, and they sent me the file after, with vocals. Funny enough, I was having another interview the other time, and I was telling people that it's such so the non-English part of the song is the one that I keep singing, but even though I don't understand it's so crazy, it's so amazing.
You're lucky because I can give you a translation of what it says.
What is, well, it's up there, but it never ever actually explained it. What does it mean?
It pretty much means that it's a guy telling the girlfriend that I've been all over the world, and I've seen so many girls, but it's only you that I want, and thank God that your eyes are only set on me. So it's a beautiful song.
Yeah, but where's that other part, that non-English part?
How about we play it for everyone so that they know what we're talking about?
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay,
yes,
Sawa. I just want you to have a taste of this new song by Sun L featuring Sauti Sol. Sauti Sol is the best boy band in Africa. Sun L is the best there is when it comes to music business. So take a look at this excerpt of Fire.
Just relax. I'm here.
So I'm going to give a translation to Sun L, word for word. So I had to get the lyrics. So that I probably just tell you what it's all about. So there's this part, they sing Njendi Mushivala. I don't know how to sing. I'm not a good singer. It goes like Njendi Mushivala Shino Mama, something like that. So it means Njendi Mushivala Shino. It means that I've walked all over the world. And Ndoli Abahana Vanyishi Karo Mama. It means, Ndoli means I've seen so many chicks across the world. Like there's so many chicks across the world. Then Vayai Vanyishi Bahunyashitanga means so many guys are disturbing you. They want you. They really want you. Vahulondanga lakini ninzi moyo kwayanza means they are following you, but it's me that your heart has chosen. So I don't know how to sing, but I'll write you a translation so that people get a touch of it. Thank you so much for just asking for the translation, but it's so dope. And not so many people also in Kenya get that part, but they're vibing to it. And I'm pretty excited for your new album. But as we continue, talk to us about your virtual experience yesterday night. Why 45 minutes, man? And it's all those songs. And speaking of which, you've also done the essential mixes that I was jamming to. This is a dream come true for me. So I've been jamming to your music since March. But in August, you caught my attention with the essential mixes. Talk to us about that.
Yes. No, man, it's all driven by what was happening in terms of like a pandemic. We couldn't do actual shows, so everything went into a virtual world. We had to do record and showcase, the new music or just whatever I'm working on at that time, virtually. Why 45 minutes? I couldn't get all the artists, obviously, because we were on lockdown, right in the middle of lockdown when we recorded the show. But I guess, certain things happened for a reason. I feel like they were just the chosen ones to just come and be a part of this
Uhuru
of the
Space
recording
Force.
or the show itself. It's Uhuru Space Force. It's guys that I think it's possible for me to just travel with as well. So I could see with the comments on our YouTube page, people were like, no, Sunday, you need to start doing this show everywhere. I'm like, okay, and it's possible because it's everyone that I work closely with, you know. And yeah, it's such a beautiful thing. We worked on it. It was not easy, but it came out so beautifully with all the guys that were just there, you know. Dean, who's the director, is just amazing. You know, everyone, the camera guys, the artists themselves, my team, Platoon, L-World, everyone has just really contributed. It just became this beautiful thing that it is right now. So yeah, that's what you saw last night. I don't know what time it was in your space, but yeah, we enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, when he said Uhuru Space Force, everyone in Kenya was like, oh, our president is going to perform because our president is Uhuru Kenyatta. we were pretty much waiting for that. Pretty much waiting for that. So that was a nice experience. I had a chance to attend it. And man, you're on fire. Speaking of which, I'd like to talk about Akanamali. Akanamali was your penetration song to our country. And everyone was vibing to it. Did you know that it was going to be such a big sensation in East Africa in particular?
No.
And why Something Soweto? Why did you decide to work with Something Soweto?
Well, you know, I never decide these things because with my collaborators and the artists that I work with, I feel like it's people that we have to cross paths in a way. We just meet and then it just works. You know, it's never fixed. I am a fan of particular artists that I do want to work with, but others we just meet from different spaces. We met in Soweto. I was visiting a friend who I'd call a brother right now. And we just, you know, we started having this conversation, and then I found out he was working with the soul, and I was like, oh, hey, dude, you're amazing. And then he listened to my beats, and I was like, yo, we need to hit the studio. So that's how it just organically just worked out, you know, and I didn't know, like, you know, I'm such a perfectionist, you know. I didn't think, I didn't want the song to really come out, you know. I gave it to like 3 sound engineers for it to be mastered. I was not happy, you know. And it was right in the middle of comb season, and that's like 126, but our DJs and producers will understand, like it's high tempo, up tempo music, and then here I am with this down tempo record. And, you know, it was just impossible, but you know, I stood out in a way, and when it received love outside of South Africa, that was just mind-blowing to me, you know. I know it was well received even in Botswana. I spent most of my time doing a lot of gigs in Botswana and Kenya as well. So I didn't expect it to be this crazy. But I'm happy it turned out to be what it is, yeah.
Thank you so much for creating time to talk to us. That's all the time we had, but what's your parting shot? Because I would like people to listen to your new jam. It's called Ubomi, and then I don't know... Abumanga, yeah, I had to get the pronunciation right because I can jump to some...
stopped.
Yeah. So you feature Saki in it, and we have already vibed with it. Just give us your parting shot, and we want people to have a taste of the beautiful song.
What is a parting shot?
Like your final remarks, like what would you like Kenyans to get from you?
Oh, okay, cool. You know, first things first, I would love to come back and on shows and just do shows in Kenya. And another thing that I'd love to bring some of my team. And thirdly, I would love to collaborate with more artists from Kenya. You know, make music. And I just want to tell all the upcoming artists, you know, to just stick to your guns. Believe in what you do. I know people will try and shake you off and just for you to just to discourage you from doing what you're doing. Just, you know, believe in what you're doing, believe in yourself, and yeah, it'll all work out. You know, that's what I'm doing with it, To the World and Beyond. I'm not gonna change the sound or anything because of a particular person or whatever. I'm just gonna do what I love. And I think that's what I encourage to other people to do. Just do what you love. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for creating time to talk to us. It's such an honor to host you, and it's a dream come true for some of us young presenters in Kenya.
No, thank you. Thank you, man. I wish I could see you, but yeah, thank you.
You will. I'll definitely jump onto one of your IG and just holler at you and see how we can conversate some more. Thank you so much.
Okay, man. Peace, man. Thank you so much for having me.
Meona. Yeah, it's as simple as that. We travel down South Africa, and right about now, we go on a short commercial break. Soon after, we'll have the Hot Gang.